Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And in tonight's live stream, we're gonna have a look at Venus in Taurus. So Venus is going in Taurus at the 6th of June at 12:42 a.m. and is going to transit through Taurus up until July 4th, 11:31 a.m. when we'll go into Gemini. So as far as the influence of Venus over us, this is going to be the time frame that I'm going to refer to through the tarot cards. Just a second. Hello, Taco. Welcome to the stream. And so the first thing that I'm usually doing here, it is the collective reading. The cards I drew a few hours ago, so I can use them for the thumbnail. And of course, make up the title. Hi, Taco. It's getting warm, and actually the weather forecast is saying that next week it will be pretty hot as a climate, up to 33 degrees Celsius. That makes it about 80 something Fahrenheit or 90 Fahrenheit, something like that. Anyway, so the first card that I drew, that is going to be Knight of Pentacles. So we have Knight of Pentacles. Then the second card, it is the Nine of Pentacles. And the third one, that is the Empress. These three cards. And as I have written in the thumbnail here, these cards are speaking about a massive material growth that we are going to start accumulating throughout the next roughly 30 days here, from 6th of June to 4th of July. And here is the key: accumulating. So because we do have the Empress here in these three cards, and especially it is next to the Knight of Pentacles, that pretty much means that within these 30 days we will settle on a thing that through its development we are going to accumulate a massive material growth. So that could play as a very well-paid job, well-paid project, some kind of a deal that is going to bring a lot of money. But the thing it is that it will be consecutive, so it will require a consecutive actions going forward. Okay, continuous actions, and it will require as well a predictability. So one step at the time, always keeping things rather simple. Okay, moving forward and playing always on certainty rather than taking bets. These 30 days are gonna should be pretty chill as far as the material comfort comes, because even if we don't end up having a lot of money, or a lot of material stability, there is going to be a promise for such, which promise will be about a leap into growth of the material world. And so we can rest easy, we can rest assured that moving forward into the future, if we do take on those, like I said, consecutive steps which are going to be in front of us, like taking on the job, start doing the tasks that the job requires, for example, then rest assured that we are going to be pretty well covered when it comes to financial and as well a material stability. So that is how the Venus is going to reward us. And now a few notes about the show before I move forward. There is going to be 12 readings just like this one, starting up with Aries, and I'm going to end up with Pisces. So pretty much I'm going to run down the ecliptic. And bear in mind that these are going to be generalized readings, so very seldom they do cover up 100% of what is going on with any's personal lives. So if you do wish to have a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you can see full list of my services and as well their pricing. Now, other than that, if you do enjoy the show, you can support it by subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, leave a like, comment on the video as well. Either of these actions are gonna help with the algorithm. And if you do wish to support financially, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The link of the PayPal you're going to find in the description down below. And anyone who does so, you guys are going to have a reading at the end of the stream, personalized reading, might I say here, at the end of the stream, that is guaranteed. Just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin Taco. Thank you for the $22.22. Thank you. And Yadabi, thank you for the $20. Thank you. Let me put you guys into the list. Actually, Yasmin and Taco are already in. I just have to add you, Yadabi. Okay. So the first star sign that I'm gonna read for, this is gonna be Aries. You can keep up with what star sign I'm reading for through the glyph being displayed there. And let me shuffle and see what Aries got. First one for Aries, that will be the Three of Swords. Then is the Lovers. And the third one, that is going to be the World. So Venus for you manifest through a second chance, not, oh, how can I put it into words? Not exactly a second chance into a lost thing, but a second chance into a direction. Okay. Like for example, if you had lost your job, you will have a second chance on a similar job, but not on the same one. If you have lost your relationship, you're going to have a second chance on a similar or a relationship with a similar person, but not with the same one. Okay. And so the fear here, if we can call it a fear, is not to screw it up again. So this is going to be the primary subject that you're going to think of going into the second chance there, oblivious to the fact that at least for the next 30 days here, guys, you have no wrong move. Literally anything you decide, anything you do, at least according to these cards, is going to be the right thing to do given the situation. And it all gonna come to, you know, whatever preferences you do have as how you want things to move forward with that second chance. Important thing here to be acknowledged is that you should stay true to what you feel harmonious, because that way you don't have to tackle any concerns or issues moving forward with that second chance. Okay, next one, that will be Taurus. Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Chariot. Uh, Venus is going to bolster I don't give a damn for you, Taurus. And through that actions or words you weren't to speak or do up until that point, like say that you were afraid what your boss is gonna say for you asking for more money or for bigger salary, and that's why you haven't said anything, or being afraid, I don't know what, you know, your family member is gonna do, are gonna do if you chase certain career path, you know, and that's why I haven't chased it up until this point, will be overcome through that influence of Venus. You're not gonna give a damn what, you know, what people think or what kind of obstructions um, you are facing currently, and so you're just gonna do what you want to do the way you want to do it, and this doing will be the mark, or rather like will be the source of your massive material growth moving forward. So through you challenging and overcoming your fears will be where that, or how rather, how that massive material growth is going to be provoked in your life. You may be afraid to ask for a job even, and so overcoming that fear and asking for it, it's there is a very big chance that you're going to get it, and so that job could be the source of, most likely is going to be the source of that massive material growth. Okay, next, Gemini. Ten of Cups, the Hermit, and then it's Five of Wands. So those cards speaks that you pretty much already have it in the bag. That material growth developing. So some of you may not even realize how big of a thing you are developing currently. If you are developing small business, for example, or you have started to develop small business recently, or you have started a job recently, or you are developing some kind of an idea, that all of that could be a source of a massive material growth. So what other hint these cards are giving it is that this development does not create a sense of trouble in you. So pretty much it is a thing, or it is a doing that you love to do, and currently it makes the most sense, or one of the most senses, it brings one of the most senses in your life. It is one of the most important things. I can't say that it's the only one, but it is one of the most important things going forward in your life. And so how you can screw it over, you know, how you can shoot yourself in the foot is pretty much going out of your way. As per that Five of Wands, that is when you are trying to surprise the situation. For example, trying to surprise your boss with actions or with performance you haven't talked about, okay, or yeah, you haven't pretty much planned for or scampering around for even better opportunities. So kind of like being inconsistent, it is the way how you can shoot yourself in the foot, because according to these cards, you literally have it in the bag, and the only thing you have to do is just sort of keep on going forward with what you have decided to do, and what you have consciously chosen to move forward with. Okay, next, Cancer. Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Judgment, very similar as Gemini, but at least according to these cards, you are further ahead than them, quite further ahead. So you will see in these 30 days that the results you wish to happen are going to materialize. Okay, as general reading, I can't say how many of them, but the majority of the results, or that many of them, for you to consider that you are actually manifesting a dream of your heart. And this is going to be the point of a huge leap in development. So that is going to be a huge leap in a monetary and material development. But it is going to require a pretty strong effort on your behalf. So anybody of you that are thinking, if I'm not meant to be, for example, rich, or I don't know, materially stable, and you just don't do anything about that, that idea, you're gonna miss your chance. Same thing applies for people that think that, well, if I am meant to be materially successful, I will be, regardless what I do, putting the efforts behind it, also is going to pretty much ruin it for you. So you need to understand that within this Venus in Taurus, for you, Cancer, fate will have no finger whatsoever, is going to have no say whatsoever. Everything will be assigned to you in terms of gains and in terms of rewards of how much you toiled. So big toils, big results, big and again, massive material stability. No toils, no gains. It's simply how it stands with you. Okay, next, Leo. The Star, the Hierophant, Two of Cups. That's pretty weird. The Two of Cups and the Star. So the Star and the Hierophant is pretty easy interpretation. That is when a person realizes that what they are trying to push isn't gonna pay off, but in the same time realizing the easy way of paying off, and the easy way of accumulating, in that particular case, wealth, Well, I can't really say easy in terms of, that you don't have to lift up your finger, more like the certain way that will bring no problems with it, although it may take time to develop. Okay. So in that regard, an era of struggle, okay, to be, for example, materially stable, or a struggle to accumulate more material gains is going to be over for you, Leo, and you're going to have the answer how to improve your material status. The Two of Cups, though, next to the Star card, is when I do think that this plays a role of replication. That is, like, you figure out the idea, but you are not the only one, okay? And there are going to be people who will try to replicate it. So it's pretty much a game of the first, like the first one who will actually exert that idea, that vision, okay? And it will fall to that how fast you are with realizing that you have to change, your ways, and you're going to have to change your chase. Here, there is going to be a different point of chasing, or at least you will need to chase a different point if you want to improve your material status. Okay, next one, that will be Virgo. Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So your material improvement, Virgo, will come from already existing enterprise. Something that it is well developed up until this point, but it has a much bigger, much more massive potential that you are not capitalizing on, or you're not utilizing up until this point. And in the next 30 days, that massive potential will become obvious to you. Like, for example, you may have an idea for a product, and the idea is well developed, but you never did the product because you never knew what kind of potential that product can have. And in the next 30 days, through one or another circumstances, you do realize that that's going to be a gold mine. So you start developing the product, and bam, before you know it, you are rich. That is just for example. And what can the very least kick the can down the road until you can't see it and can't catch it is if you do try to improve on it. According to these cards, this enterprise or this endeavor that you do have already developed is as good as it can be. And the only thing that you have to do, at least at the first stage, is maintenance. So if within the next, say, a week, 2, even 3 weeks, you just maintain what you already have, without a doubt, you will realize where that potential is, and it will fall to you to develop it. Okay, next, that will be Libra. Two of Wands, Page of Wands, Four of Swords, uh, your material improvement is already or it sits uh, in the undertaking that already has a good results. Okay, good but not perfect results. And in the next 30 days, there are going to be, I would say that I would call them suggestions. There are going to be many different suggestions how to move forward with it. Okay, how to improve upon the already existing very good results that need to be extended, needs to be extended even further. So this is going to cause a lot of discussions and a lot of deliberations. And through these discussions and deliberations, you will acquire, so to speak, the what was the word here? Objective. You will acquire the objective perspective. What is the best way to capitalize and to expand on the already good accomplishments and achievements you already have? Just to give you an example how that can play out, you may have studied something 20 years ago that you never used for anything. It was a passion back then and you had a very good results upon it. You were, for example, first in class or very close to that, but again, you never used it. And so in the next 30 days, you may have a bazillion ideas how to capitalize on that knowledge, have your research, these deliberations, and bang, you may start something new through it. Okay, next, Scorpio. The Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, and then it's the World. This is a something like a juggle. Uh, can I put it into words? Mm, it will require a balanced withdrawal, like pouring from one, taking from one place and pouring to the other, which, by the way, the other is some kind of a target of a different perspective. So these are two completely different things and they will complement each other. And so it will require a very careful balancing when to withdraw from the one and give to the other. So that speaks for two different jobs, for example, or two different projects, which we Scorpio need to manage very, very carefully. Two different enterprises which we Scorpio need to manage very, very carefully, and not just only for the next 30 days. For the next 30 days, these two enterprises, which are going to be the source of our material stability, they will just going to settle, okay? but the plan for how to juggle for these two enterprises needs to be established for a long term. Can I put it into words? Yeah, for a long term, for the distant future, because they will carry for a very long time unless we decide to pull back from one or the other, or why not for both, or from both. And with that wheel of fortune there, the circumstances are not going to be of a big help juggling through these two enterprises. So that's going to be tough. Okay, that's going to be quite straining on our fatigue, and as well, or rather like on our energy. So we are going to feel fatigue for a very long time if we do try to juggle through these two enterprises. But again, they both are going to be a source of material stability for us. Good morning, Ms. Devon. So we, the Scorpio, are going to sit on two chairs. Hopefully we will manage to stay that way. Sagittarius next. Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. King of Cups. Well, it's pretty simple. According to these cards, you are underappreciated or underpaid. And within these 30 days, an offer is going to come, which will be the exact worth you stand for. And that offer, obviously, is going to be the source of your material stability. So keep an eye for it. It's a proposal, it's an offer. It could materialize as well through or rather like manifest through a helping hand. So be on a watch out for that. When it comes, you will find no reason to decline it. Okay, next one, that will be Capricorn. Ten of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Six of Swords. For you with Venus, it's gonna bring slight adjustments, okay, to what you're doing, or you are gonna start making slight adjustments to what you are doing right now in terms of making yourself materially stable, and these small adjustments are gonna pay off big time. According to these cards, through these small adjustments, for example, in your code of conduct when it comes to work, okay, in a way how you conduct business are going to solve all of your business issues, all of your work issues, and all of your financial issues. So, and at least according to these cards, is not going to require much of an effort. So the only thing that comes to my mind is more of a psychological barrier that you are facing here, rather than a physical or knowledgeable one. So when it comes the urge, to change the conduct you are making, just follow it. And like I said here, Capricorn, it does look like this is going to pay off big time and is going to resolve, like I said, all of your material problems. Moving next, that is going to be Aquarius. Uh, the Hermit for Aquarius. Nine of Wands. Mm, the Chariot. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's 3:36 a.m. here. For Aquarius also is going to be rough. Um, that is like a chisel in the lumber. And I'm sorry for the expression here. Like, you have so many things, okay, to handle, and now you have one more. So there is going to be an addition to your current undertakings, which you won't be able to deny, but in the same time, it will be hard to fit in. And at least for the next 30 days, there won't be any way to make comfortable, I will say, because you will be able to make room for it, but it won't be a comfortable room for it, because nothing you currently developing, or rather like none other a undertaking, will be able to go. You simply to make it go. So at least for the next 30 days is gonna feel like a colossal effort to push forward the undertakings which are providing you with material stability, with the material gains. But quickly, this new chisel, so to speak, in the lumber, the way that I have figuratively described it, is going to prove itself to be the leading factor, is going to prove itself to be the thing that provides the most material gains, the most material stability. And I think that after that, you won't gonna have the need to keep up with the rest of those undertakings. So little by little, they are going to go, and now you're gonna have a comfortable time for that new, either an idea. It's gonna be something of yours, okay? That, by the way, not many other people are going to agree to. So your parents may not agree to it, your spouse may not agree to it, and so on and so forth. So you're going to have to face this undertaking on your own, um, for the most part. But you will be able to succeed, and not just only succeed, but uh, fly, go through it with flying colors, and have the wishful results you desire. Bottom line here is that by the end of these 30 days, you're going to be super proud of yourself. Pisces. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands. That looks like an assignment that you're gonna get. Uh, and it does look like that you would have wished for more. So when that assignment comes, you may end up being a bit disappointed because it's not going to look a big deal. Okay, it's not going to look like a big deal, that assignment, but it's going to turn out to be a big deal, and it will provide for as much as you wish, if I may put it that way. So it can lead, and it will lead, if you put, of course, the efforts behind, it will lead to the desired results when it comes to material gains and material stability for you. So be on a watch out for that assignment, which is going to come, Pisces, probably at your work or from some kind of a client. You have the power to decline it, but this, at least according to these cards, this is going to be a foolish move. And again, why is going to be that a possibility for you to decline it? Because at that point, it does look like that your plate is going to be a bit full. You are still going to have some room, but not much. And so taking on that assignment is going to feel a bit overwhelming. It's going to feel a bit overextension. But in the same time, like I said, that assignment can provide you with the material gains and stability growth here that you do wish for. So that was the reading for the 12, as far as how Venus is going to manifest for the star signs. Now I'm going to do the super chat readings, so bear with me here, guys. First one, that is going to be Yasmin. Okay, those are cards for you, Yasmin. A woman is going to call you, and it will inform you of some kind of success. The first thing that comes to my mind when I look at these cards, it is like you are successful into selling the product, making the pitch, because what is going to come out from that call, it's some kind of I'm trying to find the word here. Um, okay, so I'm going to call it that way. A long-term project is going to come out of it. Okay, an allowance to work, say, for that woman for a very long time, or rather like for relatively long time, which work for it is going to bring you material stability and as well material material gains like bonuses, you know, like assurances and so on and so forth. Now, the only issue that I can see here, it is that your hand, kind of like there could be attempts, and most likely there are going to be attempts, your hands to be twisted in terms of doing your job. Like, for example, you may be told that it is way too expensive, what you are planning to do, which is the right thing to do. So you may be asked to cut some expenses and do it sloppy in certain areas, which is going to be something unacceptable by your standards, but you can come to terms. So that these are going to be the only issues that you're going to face working for or with that woman, or for the company, or with the company that that woman represents. But like I said, Venus for you is going to manifest as a phone call from a woman that will inform you that you were successful and you can proceed riding on that success. Okay, next one. This is going to be Taco. Okay, Taco, those are your cards. So we do have the mice, the birds, and then the heart. Venus for you is, at least according to the Lenormand, is not going to manifest into the material field, like making material gains. It will manifest into the love department, because Venus, you know, also reflects on it as well. So you're gonna talk about the issues you have in term of love, most likely with your wife. And what's gonna come out of it? Those are the cards. What's gonna come out of it? It's a change of pace. It's a change of pace of your marriage that is gonna end up being quite comfortable for both of the parties. Okay, for you and as well of your life. Of your wife, I'm sorry, and that change of pace also is gonna bring some change of a lifestyle as well, which is going to be crucial. And through that change of a lifestyle, the marriage you have, the relationship you have, is going to increase in a huge worth, um, moving forward to a point where you both are gonna feel that there isn't anything much to be done in order to have a 100% effective marriage or relationship in between. Okay. So, for as far as the material gains, according to these tarot cards, you have done what you could to that point. So your job right now is to wait, you know, your efforts to kick into motion, into motion. And last but not least, gotta be what's next for me. Yeah, it does look like that you're going to be successful in it, Taco. You're welcome, mate. Thank you. You too, Radko. Those are your cards, Yalabi. It does look like that it's either a job offer or an involvement in a team, to work in some kind of a team with a formal proposal, with a formal offer. This is going to be extended in written. Okay, it's not just going to be a verbal, hey, why don't you come work with us? It will be a formal, written, and stamped, you know, uh, invitation for you to take on a position either in team or either in a certain company. Now, whether you're going to accept it or not, up to you to decide. But so you know, wherever you end up working, if you do accept this. Hmm, I'm sorry, there are some spikes. It should be okay now. Um, okay, so what was I saying here, Yarabi, is that you will get super big support from the people that you're going to be working with. What are your cards? Oh, there. Uh, and you will end up being quite comfortable and feeling quite independent from life, working at that place. So yeah, the only issue is that you do have two couple of offers. So I can't know which one is it. Linda, thank you for. I think that is roughly $10 last time we checked. Thank you. So let's see the advice for the week ahead for you. Those are cards. So you're gonna have a chance throughout the week to break free, but there is going to be an allure, a promise for games, which is gonna be made so you can stay, okay? And the advice is not to allow yourself being beguiled of sweet talks for lucrative gains or for a harmonious relationships, because most likely none of them is gonna come to fruition, or if it does, it's going to be on a pretty high cost from your behalf. So your advice is that any chance of freedom, you should take it. And so with that said, guys, this is gonna do it for tonight. Um, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your generosity. And hopefully we're gonna see each other next time, which is going to be next Thursday. I'm gonna check on what is gonna be the topic for that day. Probably Mercury in Cancer, but again, I am not entirely certain. So I'm gonna come up with the topic probably Wednesday or even Thursday. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other next time. Until then.